I said, boom, wagwan, bro. Welcome back to another installment of Edutainment, the place where you are laughing, being entertained, but most importantly, learning something that you can apply to your own personal life and make it better. Obviously, you know I talk about addiction on this channel, but also the realities of personal finance and money. And when we talk about money, you can't talk about money at all without involving relationships, both platonic, friendships, and romantics into the discussion. So today's title, marry for love or money. Let's get into it.
Is it wise to pick financial security over love when it comes to settling down with someone?
Absolutely.
Yes. Yes, it's wise, but I haven't ever been able to do it.
Yes, I
it's
learned a long
wise.
time. I learned a long
Over
time.
love?
Wait, I learned a long time ago. Stay loyal to the bag. Because at the end of the day, the bag is gonna attract love. Love. If you got a whole lot of love and you ain't got no bag, you'll be homeless.
Money does not buy happiness or love.
Exactly.
Money does not buy happiness.
It buys
Money
misery.
No, no, no.
You'll literally be in a prison marrying somebody for that. I know many women who have, and they are absolutely miserable.
But love comes in many different sizes. 5,000, 20,000,
No.
100,000.
That's so ugly.
No, money gives you comfort and gives you stability.
Yeah, but
all
that
this we need
comes
to struggle
later.
together. No, we're not doing that.
No, I don't
I've
believe
been with my
struggle together.
husband for 10 years.
There is something to the idea of struggling together. It creates the character development. You know that this person is not just here for the gains that she's getting from me, but it's also the fact that you're gaining the emotional support. You're getting the intangibles. Like, does this person do anything else besides just leech off of me? Because as you get more financially stable, you make more money. You just attract. Not only do you attract more opportunities, but you also attract the people who just want to leech on you or just want to use you for their own personal gain. I know you talk about this a lot.
He was the guy we talked, Jason Lee, right? That is his name, right?
Yeah.
Actually, here's the thing. You see, I'm always amazed by this thing. Every time a question is asked, they always force you to think yes or no, which is a trick, which is actually a trap. Always think in triangle. Cause yes or no, it is thinking in terms of like a triangle. What is it is true.
But it's a half truth.
No. It is 100% accurate based on a certain segment or basically kind of based on a certain way of thinking. If you go by materialism, you think that life is about money. In life you have three types of people. You have those who do stuff for actually the people. They only want to do stuff that want to make them acknowledged by people.
Yeah.
You have those who are chasing money.
Chase the bag.
You have those who actually chase actually excellence. You see, but above all this, all those like above those three categories, you have those who want to have an impact. You see, if you are, for example, the Jason Lee thing is someone who's looking for money.
Yeah.
Because money, like you said, money attracts a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
The truth is that, listen, man, you and me, we can have all the good intention in life. If you want to get a woman, you will have to go talk to that person. But when you got money, you have a woman talking to you. But it will depend on the type of woman. You see, we all correspond to a certain type of market. If you go by money, this guy will only attract what? Gold diggers. You see? You have to know your market first. You see, this guy obviously knows his market. You see, so if you are someone who's driven into excellence, you will not love a woman that is not that you do not find smart. Certain guys do not care about this. That is even the last thing that comes to their mind. You see, you have to know your market. You see, if you dedicating your life to actually have an impact on the next generation, on the future generation, the last thing you will look at is the wealth. You will look at more this person, how much this person is willing to give. You see, you always know your market. For example, let's say, someone who's looking for excellence, who's always trying to be the best.
Yeah.
Do you really think that person, how likely is that person to find, for example, the woman of his life at, for example, Miss America election? Okay, someone who dedicated his life to make money, to just get materialistic stuff. how likely is that person to actually find a woman of his life, you know, actually act, for example, in a non-profit organization?
Probably not.
You see?
They won't mesh.
Someone who's looking to have an impact on life, who is here to dedicate his whole life to make other people's life better. How likely is that person to find the love of his life, you know, at, for example, I don't know, Lamborghini fair?
Probably not.
You always have to know your market, because the truth is that the market is always right. No matter how good you are, if you are in the wrong market, you're never gonna be successful. This is like trying to, for example, sell, I don't know, Rolex, you know, and you wanna establish your and you wanna open your store at other kind of like on, for example, the university campus. So they're not broke. They ain't got no money. See, you have to know your market. Once you know knowing your market is first of all knowing yourself. The woman who say that money doesn't buy happiness correspond to another market too. You see, you have to know your market. If you are in the wrong market, you will fail. You see, and also and everybody watching this video, ask yourself if you think that, you know, you're failing in anything, and especially finding the right person. Just ask yourself that question: what is your market? See, once you know your market, you will know, you know, where to sell yourself. See,
chasing the bag, you're chasing impact.
No. You try to please people. Because I know people like that, and it is sad to say, but this is more a feminine thing, not just women. Because which feminine means that it has more to do with character. A man who has a strong part of femininity can also do this. How many revolutionaries are females? How many rebels? Because see, in order to go against the popular opinion, matter of fact, the girls always go for what is popular. You look at, they all have the same clothes. Because, like, you know, the artistic stuff is more masculine. But so
I was 22 when I met him. He was 31. He was broke. I was broke. Thank God I won Big Brother, so that helped whenever we moved out here. But now, since I brought home the paycheck, you know, I brought stability to us when we were younger. Now we have 2 kids. He's older. He better bring home the bacon now, because I'm doing my job with the kids. Right. That's my full-time job.
I know many women who married for money who were unhappy and continue to be unhappy.
Physically speaking is something you don't even hear in Europe. I'm sorry to say.
You don't hear that in Europe?
No, of course not. Your moms, your family teach you how to, first of all, respect and love someone. I'm only married for 21 years now. I have a 20-year-old kid.
You said only, that's a long time.
That is a long time. Actually, not really. It's better than ever. And I got to tell you, it's because love was there at first, and you never left.
Absolutely.
But you guys are very passionate. You're about love. And in America, this country's about money, baby.
Right.
So you were talking about an archaic way of like getting the women out of the bar. That's very millennial. Like, you better get your man better be able to buy you labels.
Well,
you better get that bag.
No, I'm not saying labels. I just don't understand this concept of like, let's struggle together.
Nobody's saying let's struggle together.
Let's struggle.
Hey guys, I love my struggle.
If you're gonna...
I had to learn English. I came with $400 and with my wife. I love that struggle. Because of that struggle, I am who I am.
And $45 love.
And you know, and that your wife is with you not for money, because she loves you.
I'm gonna say this right here. You can get married if you want, for money. If the basis and foundation of your marriage is not love, it cannot survive.
No.
It cannot survive. You have to be in love for it to work realistically. Because marriage is hard, man. It's hard.
In life.
Love. It's the most important thing in life to have is love. Now look, we wonder, do men or women do this more often? And I think it's really interesting. I think kids are now being taught, go for the man with money. I think we've
My
moved to this
daughter
generation.
actually said something to me like 2 years ago about, well, I don't want to work. And I was like, I'm sorry, you what? My daughter. And I was like, my eyes rolled back in my head. I had to take a second and take a breath. And I was like, I'm sorry, baby. How do you think you're going to support yourself? Oh, I'm going to marry Prince Charming. And I was like,
That's the thing, though, because women have the option. All you really need to do as a woman is, I mean, you could definitely work hard, make your own business, have your own like thing going on, but all you really need to do is just be pretty, find a guy, even if it's not like your ideal guy, and you'll be taken care of. How many homeless people are really women?
That is only in their prime.
Okay, there you go.
Because like I said, everything is a matter of market. Once again, you know what? This thing gonna shock you, man. But let me tell you something. Everything is interesting. I swear to God, not everything you do, there is an interest behind it. But once again, there can be two types of interest. It can be the materialistic interest or the human interest.
Yeah.
You see? Even praying God. Why do people pray God? Because guess what? They want to go to heaven, right? Right?
Yeah.
But that's more human interest. That means that you're willing to give a lot for the human side. But when it comes to materialistic interest, that is something else. You know what? Let's keep it real. Do you really think that girl will actually give you time if actually you don't take her out, you don't pay for stuff?
To some extent, at least even just
no. I'm not asking a question. And let me precise my question. It's a girl that is 23 and up. The first question people ask you is what do you do for a living? And believe me, if you are stupid, that question does not mean this person is interested in no. Because based on the job, you will say they can guess how much you can make. If you have the misfortune to have a job that is basically not common, like for example, let's say for example you say I give conference. People cannot calculate how much you make, but once you say for example, oh, that's the other thing. People only fall in love with stuff they know already about. If you are too singular, it will take more time for people to get to know you and appreciate you. So your value is low. People love stuff that actually they can quickly identify with. You say to someone, I'm a banker or I'm a lawyer.
Yeah.
Automatically, people know how much you make. They can guess, right? Yeah. But you say you are, for example, I don't know, I give conferences, or I make YouTube video, or guess what? I'm a writer.
Yeah.
You don't know. You see, those stuff doesn't speak to people's collective mind. Same thing as a fast food. Listen, you know what? I don't know. When you go to a restaurant, you already know what you want, right?
Yeah.
But guess what? You know, you are less likely to always try something you don't know about, because people, once again, people like comfort, and that's the truth. What they say, everybody's right in this. You see, I'm not the type of person. You see, that's why it is dangerous to see stuff in terms of he's right or no. Always think in terms of triangle, because I can always always accept that another person who think the opposite of you can be right as much as you. You see, because once again, people always do stuff that is good for their own interest. And once again, what is your interest? If your interest is materialistic interest, you always gonna go for the bag. No matter, listen, ain't no bullshit, man. But when your interest is human interest, you will give a lot. I can tell you one thing. I personally, there is only one human being I met in my life that I can honestly say this person goes for the personal, for actually human interest. Because most of it, listen, man, you will really know someone true character the day you're gonna ask for what they have in their hands. Inside, when you ask for this, that's when you're gonna know who's that person. Because everybody is lovable, as long as you're not asking them. But if you want people to love you, just don't ask them for anything.
So the answer is it's both. It's a mixture of both, pretty much. And I would say based on the context, like for example the US, I lived in the US for 5 years. I can tell you one thing for sure: the real God is money in the US. Matter of fact, it is even a popular belief that actually the more money you make, the more God loves you. Yeah. You see? I mean, so, you say go and multiply.
Yeah, you see? People worship the real God, like, in this how they work. Matter of fact, no, since the beginning of Earth, man. The real God, most of the time, is, I would say, the most popular God.
So anybody that you're currently with, just look at their action. Like, what are they currently doing? Let's say that there is love, right? No. The money's not there. And what are they currently doing to improve their current situation? If it's not nothing, then it might be time to move on. And
always look at how they behave with people they don't have no business treating good. Look at that. So if they treat good people who actually ain't powerful, those people are real people. You see? Yeah.
But God bless, much love, peace and joy. Namaste. Always remember, if it doesn't feed you, don't water it. I'm gonna see y'all in the next installment of Edutainment. Deuces.
It hit you like bad thing, looking like good girl. Told me you different, baby, no acting. Haven't you heard of karma?